Oh, behind the back.
All right, there we go. Let's jump into the game. We can see Sprinter right here starting off and going straight towards the wedding place right here, towards the, what is it, the coordinator? Yeah, the coordinator, I guess. And really, really good call, finding the first survivor that early. And crucial to find the first survivor that early. But we can also see all the other survivors decoding and the coordinator doing their best to just get a little bit of distance between the hunter and herself. There we go, throwing down the pallet. Ooh, putting down these webs to get the speed boost. When I play as Survivor, I really hate these webs because the speed boost is just so enormous. And we also saw Sprinter, very nice hit, trying to throw down the wall on the coordinator. Really, really nice move, but not hitting right there. And there we go. There we go. Really, really nice bringing down the coordinator early game. Coordinator was not using her flare gun, rather taking the hit, because then when she gets rescued, she can escape.
Exactly.
Safer right there.
Gotta think of what's more optimal. It doesn't always have to be using whatever's in your arsenal right off the bat. Sometimes you want to save it for some of the...
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Ooh.
And body blocking, Enchantress body blocking right there, giving both survivors a little bit more time to get away, to get more distance. Oh, there we go, there we go. Good job, good job, good job. The team is working together right here. Team is working together. They are really protecting the coordinator right here. But we can also clearly tell Sprinter is focusing on the survivor.
Indeed. Oh, Jesus, on this coordinator. Working around these walls, actually not a bad way to go, buying some time.
Oh, that's a bad spot, that's a bad spot. Yeah, no matter what the coordinator was doing, the speed of the cobwebs right here, the speed of the spider, it's just enormous, enormous. And there we go, coordinator, second time on the rocket chair. That's gonna be crucial for the team right now to rescue here before she takes off.
Yeah, I don't want to lose out on someone like the coordinator this early on. And
exactly, didn't use the flare gun as well, so let's see what is happening right here.
Looks like it will be.
There we go. Oh, the block of the perfumer right there. The spider just staying right next to the wall, not giving her the chance to actually go through. Now she needs to rescue. Time is passing, time is passing. Terror shot!
Oh, no.
Oh my god, the patience of Sprinter right here really paid off. Hitting the perfumer at the very right moment. Coordinator goes off to the moon. Sorry, to the manor. That's what I always say. To the manor.
Fly me to the moon.
And wasn't even able to utilize her flare gun. Oh, that's putting Sprinter in a really good spot right here, hitting the Seer as well, just scaring off the Seer, and we can see Perfumer got rescued by the Enchantress. Now, of course, Sprinter concentrating on the Perfumer with the blink before she could throw down the pallet. Oh, Sprinter is really taking down the Survivor.
Absolutely. Sprinter has been on a roll over the course of this round, and it's just a beautiful sight to witness. But take note, Monster Nav is already in the vicinity to try to go for the save here.
There we go. Now can stun as well. And oh my god, stunned, but a millisecond too late. Sprinter taking down the Perfumer again. Now waiting, look at this patience. Look at this patience. Sprinter taking out these survivors.
Oh, I am speechless with how efficient Sprinter has been playing out this game so far. Even right down to every single hit. He's been pushing right here. 2 survivors down this early on, not to mention Enchantress already down to her knees. It's only Seer has a lot of work to do. I mean, 3 ciphers remaining.
He has a lot of work on his hands. Obviously going to the dungeon right here. I'm not really sure if the Enchantress can get up. We saw Sprinter waiting there for a moment, trying to, I think, protect the Enchantress from getting up and bring her down right again and then leaving her there, because we all know this is a competitive match right here. They need to get... There we go. Enchantress got up. Sprinter is still going, it seems like, for the Seer right here. No, now turning back to the Enchantress because he knows roughly where the Enchantress is. Obviously wants to bring down the Enchantress and then concentrating on the Seer to bring down 4 survivors to get the 4 survivor elimination, to get the 5 points. Not bring her... Oh, there we go. There we go. Taking a stun. It was a short stun as far as I can tell. And really choking around Sprinter. But again, Sprinter, one of the top players right here. Really proving himself. Really proving himself.
Indeed, and man, with Enchantress down, gonna go straight back to seeking out that Seer, knowing very well that Enchantress, there's not gonna be any standing up anymore this time around.
Exactly, we can see Seer is distancing himself from the dungeon right here, because obviously Sprinter is checking out the dungeon. But that's gonna be very interesting. There he comes. Sprinter didn't see him because he was hidden behind the wall. Now it's gonna be interesting what the move of the Seer will be.
Yeah, it looks like Sprinter already spotting out this dungeon. So.
Yeah, he is definitely sitting on this dungeon right here. He waits for the Seer to come, and I guess the Seer just wants to wait until the Enchantress bled out. And then, yeah, going to the dungeon. But since the Seer already took 1 hit, he already is 1 hit down as well.
Yes, and that's going to be very dangerous.
Exactly, he has no owl. Maybe he's able to, you know, sneak around the hunter a little bit to get this owl. If he is able to get this owl and is able to not getting hit before the Enchantress went down back to the manor, he might be able to actually get away. But again, he needs this owl. Now he's pretty close. Look at the speed.
Yeah, look at how fast Sprinter. True to his name, Sprinter.
Right. Oh, there we go. Saw the scratch marks. Now definitely going for a rush right here. can see the cobwebs using them to get the speed. Look at this.
Oh,
Seer is patient, but with this speed, yeah. Good job, Sprinter right here. Really putting on heavy pressure on these survivors. Heavy pressure. The survivors were doing their best. Not gonna lie, they did a great job right there. 2 Cypher machines were remaining though. And that is basically it. This is a 5-point game for XD. Amazing gameplay. I'm really glad we can see this. It's just, there we go. Survivor surrendered. Good job, Sprinter.
Congratulations, XD. Fantastic start to their day in this tournament. Just getting that full 5 points. And of course, it's a great ground to work with. If you're gonna, I mean, just off of the first set of rounds that we had with No and QW, we saw how much of an effect that has once you're able to secure those 5 points. So it might be the same trend here for XD, in which case you don't want to discount Pigs just yet though, because they did fairly decent. And over the past weeks where we did get to see Pigs, they did a phenomenal job. So I'm looking forward to see how the progression will be as these rounds go for these two teams.
Of course, obviously. And we still can expect that Pigs will also get a 4 survivor elimination right now, which would give them the tie-in for the round 1. And yeah, if anyone can do it, definitely Pigs can not turn it around, but at least give this entire round 1 the tie.
I would really look forward to seeing that. In which case, all about these games where they're just so tight, especially in comparison to the matches that me and Siora casted, for example, where there were a lot of games which were hours of moments.
Yeah, Wu Cheng, okay. I trust them. We can see Mumu right here with Mechanic. Mumu, absolutely outstanding player right here. We also have Johnny with the Seer, QC with Mercenary, and GY, hashtag G, hashtag Y, with the coordinator. And again, if there's anyone who can turn this around, it is Pigs. It is
Definitely.
It's definitely possible, yeah.
I'd love to see what Angie's going to be doing with this Wu Chang, in which case...
She's going to be teleporting.
Oh,
I can tell you.
Well, for sure. But yeah, I mean, you have to think that for a lot of our audience, it's not really just about playing the game, especially when you're in competitive. There's so many other factors, like you have to consider the mental state of these players, if they're good to go, not to mention when the odds are against them, can they cope with the pressure? Even when you're on the winning side, sometimes there's pressure in that as well, because it just means that we have to keep it consistent. You don't want it to slip through your hands when you have such a great start. So just so many variables.
Yeah, that's something that I want to mention again, the pressure right here. This is not just like you are sitting on your couch and having a good time with your friends. This is like they practiced for this moment for the past month. They were teaming up together, they were playing high-tier competitive gameplay for this moment right here to prove themselves on stage, and the pressure that is here, playing in front of thousands of people, playing for a prize pool. There's a prize pool right here of, I think, $3,000 and American US dollars, sorry. And there's a lot of pressure on the shoulder of both sides right here, and it's different. It's different. As you just said, if the first round is just as dominating as this one was, it can get into your head. It's like the pressure, the mind games that are going on right there. And I have to say, so far, we saw amazing jobs on both sides, on every team.
Absolutely.
And I think they are doing an amazing job. So, yeah.
I really can't wait to see in which case. So, actually, I'm curious, Grizzly, while we're waiting to enter this game, you've been in the community for quite a while. Are there any particular teams or players that you're looking forward to as the day goes along?
So right now, I'm actually curious to see Mumu playing, because I already talked to her in private. She helped me out with something. Really nice person. She helped me out with a video. And I'm really curious to see her in action. I already saw a few videos of her. She's also a YouTuber.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, and now let's just concentrate on the game.
Definitely.
And talk about other teams later. We can see Wu Cheng going around, circling around the Cypher machine, trying to find the first survivor, going into the direction of the Mercenary right here and turning around. Not sure if he saw who was decoding, or if he's just curious to see if someone is hiding right here. I think he's curious to see if someone is hiding, throwing down that peeper.
Very curious. There you go, Angie. Try to make way.
Teleporting on the doll now. The doll is time to kite around. Oh! Okay, alright. Okay,
a little bit short range there, but Angie definitely not going to get the turret. Wants to take down those puppets early on. Going to try to minimize the potential of this mechanic in terms of the decode that they could have easily pulled off within the earlier minutes of this game. But of course, by crippling one of those puppets, going to slow that down a bit.
Yeah, it's always good to hit the puppet, because you also get a notification where the mechanic is right here, following the mechanic now, which is a really good move of Angie right here, because, oh, look at this. She's like, follow me, I want to get this action going right here. She wants, look at this, perfect owl right here. Good job from the Seer, really good coordination of this team. And again, going for the Mercenary early game, for the mechanic early game is a really good choice, because she is the main decoder with her doll, with her decoding speed. She's the main decoder. Oh, these jukes! Look at these jukes! Very good job right there, kicking around Wu Cheng. Oh, I'm impressed.
Phenomenal job coming in from Mumu right there, and just buys so much time for the team with what Mumu is able to pull off here, working around these what do you call these, gravestones.
Look at this, look at this. He's going away from the spot. No, he's not. Oh, he saw the mechanic through the peeper, I guess. And this location is actually one of the best kiting spots in the entire area of this map. And look at this gameplay right here. Moo really playing with the hunter right here. Really, I would even say getting into the mind of Angel right here, because you can definitely see he wants Moo right now. He wants her down. There are only 2 Cypher machines remaining. Moo doing an amazing job now, taking the hit to transition to another location where she can kite around. And Angel actually not giving up, but you know, mixing it up a little bit right here, taking the Seer, knowing that the Seer can summon another owl right here.
Yeah, good estimation here coming in from Angie, in which case I'm just going to slowly close in on that gap, wanting to get in on that last hit onto the Seer, just to at least try to get one survivor off the case. But there you go, Pallet will be falling pursuit. We'll continue. Angie weighing her options here. Do I try to continue to go for this Seer, trying to spot out what would be the optimal way to go? And it looks like it will be Mercenary that Angie shifts to potentially.
Exactly.
Is it the best target?
We just saw Angie looking around for the Cypher machines, if they were wiggling and trying. She definitely is trying to protect the Cypher machines, that they can't pop the last Cypher, because the teleportation to the other 2 survivors earlier that we saw was a really good call, just to, you know, what we can see right here, just to stop them from bringing the Cypher machines down. Coordinator, good job with the juke right here. We can see the Seer right here, Coordinator right here, but then there's 2 more survivors that can decode at this point.
True.
We can actually see Mercenary decoding over there. Wu Cheng is now really concentrating on rotating on the Cypher machines to really stop the survivors from bringing down the Cypher machines.
Great. I love how Angie definitely picking up the pace right now to this game. And it's definitely reached a point here for XD where they have to be very careful with how they rotate towards trying to pop that last Cypher, especially with 3 members already injured. So,
Exactly.
nonetheless, this is definitely good work coming in from both sides. Very impressed by both Pigs and XD in this particular round that we're witnessing.
Exactly. And what we can see right here is a really good move. Mechanic actually healing the Coordinator, not going straight up for the Cypher machine, because if they would have started decoding Cypher machine, we can see it right now. No, we can't. Sorry. I think that Wu Cheng would just have teleported over there. And
Oh dear. Look at the Cypher though.
yeah, the decoding speed is amazing right here. Mechanic always wants to. Mechanic's decoding speed decreases when survivors are injured. That's the reason why she also healed up the Coordinator right there, to get a little bit more of a decoding speed. We can now see the puppet hiding right there, and most likely, look at this. Yeah. Getting knocked out right here. A really good call from Angie right here, and we can see the entire team on the other side of the map.
Very good coming from these survivors. But of
There
course,
we go. Moo now again at a very good kiting spot, giving the rest of the team enough time to open up the gate.
Yes.
Now actually transitioning to the gate as well.
Mumu has been doing such a phenomenal job. In just a few more seconds, that Mumu will need to buy, in which case, and there you go, the gates are open.
Yes!
Oh,
Giving the team enough time. They are going. Look at this now. Oh, Mercenary comes in for the hit because he can take it, giving the Mechanic more time to transition to the exit gate. Is she gonna make it? Yes, she is. That's a 4th survivor escape. Absolutely amazing gameplay again. I told you earlier, I saw Mumu's videos. She is a really good player, as you can clearly tell. Absolutely amazing.
I'm a fan. I am officially a fan. The kiting coming in from that Mechanic was top-notch, phenomenal. Just spot so much time working around those walls, and yeah, just that in itself, just that one component in itself, just left so much leeway for the rest of XD to just decode like to their heart's content. And
Exactly, and the very end, the coordination of the entire team. First of all, there came the Coordinator to stun the Mechanic, while I think the Wu Cheng was actually trying to hit already.
Yeah.
So Coordinator came in for the hit with the flare gun, and after that happened, Mercenary came in to take another hit, giving the Mechanic enough time to rotate around the wedding area, right straight to the exit gate. Absolutely unbelievable what we just saw right here.
yeah, I'd also like to give kudos to the Hunter as well, because I loved how Angie, the first few minutes were okay, but once it hit crunch time, she was delivering with those rotations, making sure that all those ciphers were covered, just so that it wouldn't have been easy for XD to pop that last one.
Exactly, putting pressures on all the ciphers at all times, with the peepers right there, knowing if there was a survivor or not. Really, really good. But that was it for the first round.
Indeed. Those are our first set of rounds. When we come back, will Pigs be able to defy the odds and work against the 10 points that XD was able to rake up? Or will XD just get a clean set of second rounds? We'll find out in a bit. I'm Mark Takuno. With me is Gaming Grizzly. And this is the Identity 5 NAEU Summer Tournament. We'll catch you guys in a teeny tiny bit. Promise.
Bye!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Identity 5 NAEU Summer Tournament, where we have just witnessed XD getting a full 10 points off of those first set of rounds. The big question is, can Pigs pull out the same feature that QW did and push it into a third set of rounds, or will XD just take it all the way? We'll find out in a bit, but before doing that, we'll be introducing ourselves once again as your caster slash commentator slash MCs, however you'd like to call us. I'm Mark Takuno, and joining me is, I'm going to say it again, the Gaming Grizzly.
Yeah, that was... Those 2 matches, both of them, I really, really enjoyed them. That was top tier gameplay right there. Seeing Mumu kiting around for that long, really keeping that distance between herself and Wu Cheng and just giving the team so much time to decode, just amazing. And you asked me earlier if I was like really interested to see some teams competing against each other. Yes, of course I am. But I would first I would ask you the question. Are you excited to see some teams?
Yeah, you know what? To be honest with what I just witnessed, XD already a team that I'm looking forward to just because of
I
how-
love the Pix image right there.
Oh, that's so. I love that they have a logo.
Yeah, right. It's so cute.
Okay, I actually want some Pigs merchandise now. Should they release it? If you have any esports jerseys, I'll be one of the first buyers, guys. Just let me know.
Yeah, like seriously, this light pink right there with the little pig on the chest.
Yeah, this is your kind of color. It's a color palette that you'd appreciate.
Yeah, pink, best color ever.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I like it.
So, anyways, before I talk more about who I would love to see,
Yes.
oh my goodness, scoreboard from what we're seeing here is, as we mentioned, a full 10 points going to be going here to XD with Pigs. Okay, again, just to recall the win condition when we're in these scenarios where a team has a full 10 points off of the first round, what Pigs is playing up against is they have to secure at least
5 points.
5 points indeed in order to just make sure that they...
Can proceed into the round 3.
Yes,
Exactly.
But
Because then they still have the chance to get another 10 points to get the draw and to play one more final match or final round 4
exactly.
to determine who would proceed into the semifinals. So really curious to see if XD can actually make it and get more than 5 points, or at least prevent Pigs from getting these 5 points that they need.
Very curious indeed.
Yeah, that sounds like, yeah, no, I'm very curious.
But yeah, in which case, because again, we're talking about how it's nerve-wracking to be in this type of competitive scenarios, and when you're working against a deficiency of that many points, it could really get tricky for these players. But from what I've seen from Pigs, I'm such a fan of what I saw during the games that we did get to see from them over the previous weekend. So I have no doubt in my mind that going into this, they might show us a thing or two. If not, then I'm just so happy to have been able to cast them, to be honest. But time will tell. Time will tell.
I totally agree with you. Yeah, no, of course, that's right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Everything you said is perfectly right. And now, which teams are you waiting for?
All right. So, of course, looking forward to ANO. We saw them at the global finals, and like I mentioned, I'm all about these teams which have gained international experience. There's definitely high expectation in them. Astra as well, just because Sayora was such a fangirl.
I mean, I am excited. Exactly, those two teams right there with Blue Race Car.
Oh, yeah.
Like we saw the matches that Blue Race Car did right there as Hunter. Amazing, bring down these survivors really fast. I was really excited to see him as Feaster. He was playing Feaster. And of course, A&O right there doing an amazing job, and they have to defend their title. When it comes to this, they were the only team that made it to the global finals, so they're basically right now on the North American European server, the top team right there.
Yeah.
They have to defend their title. And now we are finally seeing some Ripper action. I was
Finally.
curious to see the Ripper right here. Spider is banned. Obviously, first pick for all the hunters to be banned is always Spider, or at least in most cases. And we can see Sprinter selecting the Ripper right here. And of course, Seer, the one survivor that can really give all the other survivors a long kiting time with the owl, is getting banned as well, just as we are used to see it.
We're going to be seeing some
Dancer action.
dancer.
Oh, that's going to be exciting too. Dancer is really good early game, just wasting time of the hunter right there, putting down the music boxes right next to the pellets, or in between the pellet spots right there. And yeah, that's actually the first match that we see today with a dancer. But we also have coordinator, enchantress, perfumer. It's going to be interesting to see right here. Again, we need picks to get 5 points in these 2 matches in total. Wait. We also need to say that if they get 5 points,
Yes.
XD needs to get 0 points, right?
Yeah, technically.
That's not going to happen. Dude, I'm so bad with this math.
No, I think basically what our audience needs to just remember is that Pigs can't really afford to be on the losing side in any of these.
Pigs can't
2
afford.
rounds.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically to make it even. They need 5 points, 4 survivor escape and elimination right
Yes.
here. But XD is most likely giving them a hard time to achieve that.
Oh man, I mean, with what we saw from Sprinter as well, Sprinter as a hunter and Mumu as a survivor, like I'm still not over it, man. But like I said, I am also really keen on seeing how Pigs will perform. So
Exactly. Same. Now we can see XD. We can see Sprinter as the hunter right here. We can already see one music box putting down a speed up music box to decode the cipher machine right there. Yep. Already found the first survivor using the perfume. Good job.
Yes.
Ah, look at this. The patience right there.
Yeah, just shifting back right there, working around
Good
these
job
spots.
right there. Really good hit.
Here we you go. Oh man, sprinting his way through, already closing the gap.
No way! Bring down the Perfumer. One character that is really good for early game kites.
Yeah.
That early! Within seconds. Good job, Sprinter. Again, Sprinter, one of the top hunters right here. And definitely proving his spot. Definitely proving his spot.
So Moishi, in which case, going to be tied to that chair. Curiosity, though, who is going to try to go for the save? Going to be finding one of those music boxes. Of course, Dancer will be nowhere to be found, in which case, knowing very well that Sprinter was in the vicinity, but will be actually spotting this coordinator.
Yep. All right. Coordinator will definitely go in for the rescue since the other two survivors are nowhere nearby. And we can see, again, the patience of Sprinter right here. Really, really patient. Look at this! Oh my god, through the wall! Okay, it was a good flare gun. Good call right there. Using the flare gun to at least get away without going down right away. But that hit through the wall before the coordinator was even close to rescue the Perfumer. And then again, with the fog blade, the hunter has almost no recovery time, getting straight into the second hit. Good call from the coordinator, shooting the flare gun right there, but dude, that fog blade, and now bring down the coordinator, prioritizing the coordinator, securing that this first survivor goes down. You can see them heal up right there, but there's in no way close. Wait, she's going, what? She was over the halfway mark already?
Oh, interesting.
Look at this. Sorry, I'm just overwhelmed again. We can definitely see that XD is one of the best teams right here, playing against Pix and just proving it how he can handle the spider. Sprinter handling the spider, Sprinter handling the Ripper right here. Really, really good. I am overwhelmed right now.
I'm actually not surprised that you are overwhelmed, because from what we're seeing here, Sprinter is just doing so much work, just getting survivors left and right. Once again, it's just happening super rapid fire, and it's coming to a point where these survivors, they have to respond to go for these saves. But problem is, when they do go for these saves, of course, when you're going to try to go for a save, you're pretty much putting yourself in these dangerous radiuses for Sprinter to get to you, and it's been working beautifully for him right now.
Yeah, this patience that he has. He really wants to hit the fog, but he missed it this time. But before, the patience, he wasn't, even the Dancer was right next to him, he wasn't hitting the Dancer right there. Patience, and it's really paying off right here. Not saying that the survivors are doing a bad job right there, but dealing with Sprinter as a hunter, it's a lot.
It is a lot.
He's doing so great. Right here. Yeah, this team is struggling, of course, because that hunter. Again, they are. I'm not saying in any way that they're a bad team. They really have. Again, we saw the coordinator shooting the flare gun at the very right moment, just a millisecond before the Ripper hit the second strike. So really, really good teamwork right there with the rescues. But Sprinter really has the hunter down right here.
Ooh, there you go.
Coordinator is getting healed now, healing the female Dancer, and Enchantress is out of the game right here.
And what's really tricky for me, Grizzly, is the fact that 2 survivors down, but 3 ciphers. That is so much you need to work with. And it's going to be a tall order for both Alcatraz as well as Jesus. to
Look
try
at
to pull
these
that off.
foggy blades!
Goes
Hitting
through
them.
again.
I mean, yes, of course, he was really close to the Dancer.
Yeah.
That's fair to say that it was. But still, he's patient. He's patient as hell, not gonna lie. He really takes his time to secure the hits, to hit these survivors. Now putting some peepers right there, and really, really trying to find the coordinator. Obviously not putting down the female Dancer, of course not.
Yeah, coordinator doesn't really have a flare gun to work with anymore, so
Oh, you're right.
just gonna have to work with all the nerve and grit in this game. Jesus.
Trying. Oh, look at this. Again, Sprinter's patience. Oh, fog blade, there we go. Taking the hit on the, yeah.
Oh, that just in a jiffy.
Sprinter, again, you said it earlier, living up to his name, sprinting through these matches, bringing down these survivors so fast.
I can't help myself every time I see plays like this, because this is just super top notch. And what I really like about this, there was just not a single second wasted here for Sprinter. Every single moment was used optimally, which is why we saw survivors falling back and forth, left and right.
I think what we saw out of, let's say, 5 to 6 foggy blades that we saw, he missed 1.
Yeah.
He's using this one. That was not a miss right here. He's using this one to speed up a little bit to get faster to the coordinator.
Exactly.
But, oh my god, again, patience really paying off. But not like slowing down the game. Patience does not mean slowing down the game. It's just more focusing on what he's doing right here. And again, living up to his name. Sprinter ended this match in under 1 minute. At least that's what it feels like.
Exactly, and you can definitely see Pix trying their hardest in that game, but it's undeniable with the skill that Sprinter just showed us. Oh man,
Yeah, he's flexing on us.
chills, man.
Really good job right there. And this also means that XD now has 15 points,
Yeah.
which is basically half of all the points that they can get from this, from all these rounds in these matches. And that means if Pix is now Hunter side.
Yes.
If Pix is not getting a 4 survivor elimination, if Pix is not getting the 5 points out of this upcoming match, XD won this match and goes on to the semifinals.
Absolutely. Basically, what we're looking at here is since XT has 15 points, if Pigs wants to pull off the miracle reverse,
The Uno reverse card.
yeah, the Uno reverse card, I activate my trap card. But no, they have to get 5 points every single game.
Exactly. They
So
have-
that they could tie 15-15. But
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure. Again, this stuff, you already have a lot of pressure on your shoulders when you're coming to a tournament like this. There are a lot of people watching, and again, not saying that Pix is bad in any way, just most likely the hunter, the survivors of XD got in their mind, and there's like so much heat going on right now. So much is depending on this match. So much is depending on this match. I'm repeating it. They are not allowed to let one survivor go right here. We can see, obviously, again, the spider ban, and now picking Wu Cheng. Let me just... Am I right or am I mistaken? Wu Cheng was, so far from what we saw, never able to get a 4 survivor elimination,
nope,
right?
not at all.
So I'm really curious to see if they can pull it off right now. And we can see the mechanic band this time, not the seer. Really interesting, wanting to slow down the decoding a little bit on the team. And we obviously saw Mumu using the mechanic earlier, doing an amazing job kiting around. Mumu now picking the perfumer, which might even be a better kiter for her, which gives her even more chances to kite around. And I mean, I can totally understand that Pix is banning the mechanic at this point after seeing the match earlier.
Definitely.
Yeah, I would have done the same.
But still, even with the mechanic down, there's still a lot that XT can work with the composition that they're bringing to the table. And like you mentioned, statistically, we have to look at what Pix is bringing in on the Hunter front, because the only form of success that we've seen in terms of perfect 4 survivor takedowns is through picks such as, at least on the live broadcast, is Ripper, Spider, and Dream Witch.
And Feaster!
And Feaster, there you go.
Oh, you almost forgot about my boy, the Feaster.
Yeah, I was actually kind of
Feaster
luring you into that.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. You forgot about it. Feaster was dominating from what we saw. Why are they not using Feaster, guys? Little advice. Use Feaster.
Yeah, I think they're doing it on purpose just to...
Yeah, to make me angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting here just, like, come on. Feaster. Wu Cheng! Come on, Feaster. Ah!